Okay, just leaving the albergue in Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port and walking down the road. So just taking a minute to make this little video of Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port. Very quaint, very nice, well organized for tourists who are walking the Camino de Santiago. Again, everything is there. I kind of like the place, has a special feel towards it. It's a lot of little shops, cute little albergues, all sorts of people from all over the world walking around. And when I stayed at my refuge, or gîte, as they say in France, there were people from France, from Germany, myself, and other nationalities, Swedish and so on. So again, a very interesting mix of people, and great to be part of such a community and such a thing. So I think that my initial experience of starting this journey has been very, very positive. Okay, I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of the little snippet, and then the next recording, the next bit of the snippet should be somewhere en route over the next couple of days. So I've just left Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port and I'm heading to Roncesvalles. I left this morning and now I'm walking along the road, the initial bit with lots of uphills, going into the Pyrenees. This is called the Napoleon route, and this is where Napoleon first of all sent his armies across when he invaded Spain. Obviously, hence the Napoleon route. The weather today is good, it's pretty pleasant, there's no sun at the moment. It's due to be about 25 degrees and the sun will come out later on before we descend down to Roncesvalles. I arrived yesterday on the train from Bayonne. In Bayonne there was a feria, which was very, very interesting. So everything going well so far. The legs feel good. I didn't sleep too well as usual on the Camino. There was somebody snoring in the hostel. Maybe I just need to get used to it. It takes a couple of days to get used to it. I presume that this evening I will be pretty tired, so it won't be a problem. Now I'm just going to swing the camera around so you can see where I'm going. Okay, now you can see we've just gone off the beaten track slightly. So you'll see in the distance the Pyrenees, and the hills we're coming up were actually quite high. It's a wonderful day. It's very, as I said, it's very misty, so we'll see what happens. It's pretty steep. It doesn't look that steep, the camera, or it doesn't give a good impression of how it is, but we're going up. It's a pretty tough climb, but it's very, very nice. There's still a long way to go. We probably haven't even done 5 kilometers, but this is probably one of the toughest sections of the whole walk. So we'll see how it goes, never mind. And then I'll leave you just to enjoy the view for a few seconds. In a while we'll come to Refuge Horizon, and if you then look, you can see the rather cloudy but fantastic landscape that we have over here. It's been quite a tough 8Ks. It's pretty much straight up on the road and also on some paths. So we'll see how it goes as we progress. Still another 24 or so to do. So that's quite a bit. Oh, sorry, not 24. I've done 26 in total. So another 16 to 18 kilometers left to do. But the landscape is really worth it. It's fantastic. This is the first flat bit we've had for about 4 or 5 kilometers. So it's pretty cool and relaxing to walk along there for a while. And just coming up ahead, you can see, well, you'll see when you get around the corner, is the Refuge Horizon just over there. So we'll show you, I'll do a little walk in without any words, not to disturb all the wonderful people there, but you can see it just coming up ahead. So just approaching Refuge Horizon, you can see there's quite a lot happening. It's a popular place for tourists. It's still part of France. So let's see. So we walk in. Okay, just walking along the path now. We've pretty much got to the highest point, and as you can see, still very misty and cloudy, but we're walking along the right route. And as you can see, there's not much to see at all, but let me give you feedback on the last while. It's been pretty tough. I've been walking for 4 hours now, pretty much without a break. It's very misty. You've got to be cool, so I stopped, put a jacket on. My glycogen stores are pretty much gone, but I'm hoping to stop in a while when I find a wind sheltered spot and have my food that's been prepared for me. Otherwise it's been okay. I'd say it's a bit tougher than I remember, but all's good, and we'll see. I'll talk later on again when we get to some other interesting parts. Okay, heading downhill to Roncesvalles now, so 600 meters down. It's good, the sun has come out. As you can see, it's becoming much more pleasant. Okay, so I've just on my way from Roncesvalles to Trinidad de Arre. This is the first section of the route. Actually, the first section of the route which I did was in the dark, so it's now light enough to record properly. And we're on our way once again, very pretty, a bit flatter this today, or much flatter this section, and plenty of nice views and a wonderful place to end up in Trinidad de Arre with a nice albergue with garden. So I'm looking forward to that. Right, as we can see, the harvest is in. It's now August, well, almost 30th of July, maybe 1st of August. And then you can see where we are. Hopefully it goes up and down. Okay, just walking through a small town typical of this part of Navarra, which is the province in Spain we're in. Very pretty, well looked after compared to other parts of Spain. Lots of flowers everywhere, lots of care taken to make it look good, as you can see. And of course along the Camino often little shops that are placed at different places, such as one over here. Nice little path, cool, relaxing, interesting trees. It's a nice bit to walk along. Just thought I'd show you there's so many facets to walking through nature, so many different things you can see that make it fascinating to look at if you just open your eyes. Sometimes you need to look down, sometimes you need to look up. And you see different perspectives on the world. So don't just look down at your phone, don't just look at your feet. Of course, when you're walking you need to look where you're going, but this path, as you can probably see at the moment, is pretty relaxed and pretty easy. Plenty of scope to admire, to take in, to look at the wonderful world around us. So, as I said, a feast for the eyes, good for the brain. Thank you very much. Another classic section of the route. Lots of stones, beautiful scenery. You can see what's happening. slight hill, but the sun filtering through the trees, the vegetation, everything's great. Thank you. Some cyclists coming on the way, popular cycling routes as well. Good for them for being outdoors and doing their thing. That's really, really cool. Buenos días.
Hola, buenos días.
Hola.
Hola, buenos días.
So used by others, of course. Lots of cyclists. It's a Sunday today, so there's probably quite a few people just going out for the route. They seem to be quite sporty in this part of the world. Okay, 3 kilometers to go to Trinidad de Arre, and this is the view. So Trinidad de Arre is about 4.5 kilometers from Pamplona, and that's where I'll be staying. Today was a big day. Been walking till 6 o'clock. I'll probably get there just about 4:15. Of course, I've had some breaks, but still, that's a good almost 9 hours of walking, maybe a bit more than that. I don't know how many kilometers I've done. I guess must be around 30 something, 40. I'm not too sure. It's kind of hard to keep track of all these things. Okay, there you can see the signpost. There you go. Hopefully you all saw that. Okay, so now we're just walking along the path, and I'll get back to you when I get to Trinidad. It's about 30 degrees now, so it's pretty warm. There's a bit of a breeze, so it kind of takes the edge off. Tomorrow's going to be a couple of degrees warmer, and then 2 days after that the highs are forecast to be about 37. So let's see what that brings. I'm a little bit apprehensive. It means walking in the morning. I don't think I'll make it past, say, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock at the very latest, because otherwise it's going to be a little bit too much for the system. At the moment I've just poured a bit of water down the back of my neck just to keep it cooled off, but as you can see now we're walking in the shade. Here we go, another view of where we are. Quite nice. It's a bit drier now. You can see from the vegetation on the other side. Anyway, keep going. Just a little way to go, and I'll get back to you when I get close to my destination. It's an old church, as far as I can remember. So with a garden, should be quite nice. Check in later. Thank you. Just arriving at Trinidad de Arre. You can see there is the river. Walking across the bridge, and to the other side is the river once again. The place I'm staying is actually, hopefully I'm staying, is right in front of me, so that's great. I'm pleased to be here. It's been quite a long day, just to relax for a while and then see how things go. I'll give you a look around later on inside the hostel, hopefully once I've checked in and everything. Okay, bye. Just going to give you a quick look around the hostel so you can see the kitchen. So I'm at my accommodation, and now we have a quick tour of the garden in the albergue at Trinidad de Arre, complete with a cat and a dog. Of course, it's a wonderful place, very old. You can see the medieval building from the 12th century. Complete with herbs, trees, and a place in the shade to sit. Obviously very important having a wonderful place in the shade to sit. And of course there's also the local cat